Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside Imperial Place tonight, the scene of the 2018-2019 Cold Lake Ice home opener against the Vegreville Rangers. It's my pleasure once again to join you on a broadcast here in Cold Lake. It's Tyson Olney joining you for another season yet. The 2018-2019 season, like I mentioned, begins anew tonight at Imperial Place in Cold Lake. The Cold Lake Ice took a 6-3 loss, pardon me, tripping over my words, excited for this one, in St. Paul last night in the season opener. But it's now time to introduce the 2019 Cold Lake Ice. Jesse Simpson, number 3 for the Cold Lake Ice, skates out. So you already seen and heard a couple of the boys come out onto the ice. It's a local flavor team this year. Your home team, the Cold Lake Ice, putting out the best in local talent in the region. Once again, returning for his second year as captain of the Cold Lake Ice, number 11, the captain, Colton Buckta. Now Connor Landry, he faced a scary situation following yesterday's game in St. Paul. He was let off the ice after a cross-check, which earned him a 5 in the game, but he is in the lineup tonight. Jaden Fry, the next man out, number 14 for the Cold Lake Ice. The third-year defenseman, Jake Bartman, wearing the A for the Cold Lake Ice this year. Nathan Duff, a kid from Cold Lake who's had a lot of AP time in Cold Lake, now gets the chance to play on the club full-time. And Scott Thackeray, I had a funny little chat with him pre-game today, where I asked him what's with the visor. He wore a cage all last year, but he's made the decision to go with the visor this year. A new face for the Cold Lake Ice, as are there a lot. Dylan Brewer, number 21. Heath Green, yes sir, he's another one of those new faces. Tyler Smith, a name on our sheet, halfway down. Elijah Lepin in uniform for the Cold Lake Ice tonight.
Number 47 from Cold Lake, Alberta, Mason Stabler.
Mason Stabler wearing Jonah Henderson's old number 47 from last season.
And make some noise for number 91 from Cold Lake,
So Tanner Barnes, your last man out of the gate. We do not believe Donovan Bebo is here tonight. So let's get the goalies. Dustin Johnson Watson, who spent a lot of time on the bench for the Ice last season, now gets a chance. He's home. He's home with the Ice. Matt Henwood just had a great conversation with his father before coming live to you. And Henwood, ready to take over what looks to be his job to earn this season.
Assistant coach Sean Coles, and make some noise for your head coach and general manager, Scott Hood.
And the boys on the bench make their way out of the tunnel, and down they go. Led on by Brian Warren, Ron Tremblay, Sean Coles, and Scott Hood.
He is 8-year-old Reed DeBiler.
And your another superstar for tonight's game. Skates on out. We'll get set.
Let's make some noise.
Comes to a stop.
All right,
And let's go.
And welcoming from the City of Cold Lake, Councilor and Deputy Mayor Jürgen Grau.
Jürgen Grau, the city representative for tonight.
First Nations, G. Nest. And from Cold Lake Ford, give a huge welcome our game day sponsor extraordinaire, Jeremy and Mark.
And you heard it there. This game, the home opener between the Cold Lake Ice and the Vegreville Rangers, presented to you by Cold Lake Ford.
Hockey Association from initiation and bantam.
And one thing is for sure, the Cold Lake Ice have gone all in on the local movement this year. Kids, as you saw, as the boys came out on the red carpet to greet their heroes.
Jessica Walsh, Kyla Rupp, and Haley Nuttall.
As well, you'll see some of those rally towels being waved around. Those were free to the first 500 fans at Imperial Place tonight.
Silence to remember the Humboldt Broncos.
This time.
Thank you.
You can hear a pin drop.
Would you please rise, remove your hats, sing loud and proud, join local superstars.
So from remembering some boys that were just playing hockey or just on their way to now stepping aside for our national anthem sung by Andre Gagne.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
There's nothing like it. The first game at home of a regular season. A new one starts tonight at Imperial Place. As I mentioned, a 6-3 loss to the St. Paul Canadians last night began the season for the Ice 0-1-0-0. But tonight they look to get into the win column against the Vegreville Rangers. It's the captains at center ice, Gage Warrington of the Vegreville Rangers, and number 11 for your Cold Lake Ice, Colton Buckta. Cold Lake Ford drops the puck, of course, this game. This Cold Lake Ice home opener presented to you by Cold Lake Ford. I think at that time, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am, you know what I'm about. It's time for a little bit of water, and away we go in the 2018-2019 home calendar for the Cold Lake Ice. Graphics are ready, a new scoreboard, a new season, here on Cold Lake Ice TV. It's bittersweet for me, I will not be here much this season, but either way, I know I'm here in spirit. So shall we get the red carpets off, the nets worn, and we should get going. on what is going to be a big one for the Cold Lake Ice, right? Of course, like I mentioned, an 1-0-0 start. They've now lost their last 2 games. That's the bittersweet part, actually. Having lost their last 5 games, if you go back to the sweep against Wainwright, the last game at Imperial Place for the Ice in the 2017-2018. Man, that sounds weird to say, already moving into the 2018-2019 hockey season, was a 5-3 loss on March 7th against the Wainwright Bisons, which swept them out of the playoffs. Starting for the Cold Lake Ice, Shane Whitney, Colton Buckta, Mason Stabler, and number 27, Tyler Smith. The rally towels go. We get ready to go with Colton Buckta taking a face-off, the captain, against the assistant. Pardon me, I said it was the captain for Vegreville, but it is indeed the assistant captain, number 12, Gage Warrington. Warrington against Buckta, your matchup in the face-off dot. It's won back by the Vegreville side, across to number 15 and up the boards. Number 15 for Vegreville this game is Eric Crowley. Fanned on by Warrington, puck through the side, puck back on net, and it's in. The Vegreville Rangers get a goal right off the bat out of James Oleski, and that's not a sharp start for the Cold Lake Ice. Matt Henwood overcommits to a puck, can't get back in time, had a little bit of an opportunity to do it, but just a perfect place over top of the glove gives the Vegreville Rangers a lead in this one, 1-0, 14 seconds into the game. So now up front for the Cold Lake Ice, number 15, Jake Bartman is just fooling us. It will be indeed Tanner Barnes at center, alongside 19, Scott Thackeray, and number 6, Dylan McCormick. So now Heath Green on the back end for the Ice as well. The face-off, one ahead by McCormick. And now back it goes into neutral ice. Scott Thackeray there, he jumps on it, and McCormick's got it across the line. He'll backhand to Tanner Barnes, but it's across through the slot and nowhere near the net. Off the post, backhand try, and the Cold Lake Ice can't stuff it in. And it's back into their territory now. Jake Bartman to regroup the puck. Bartman's got Heath Green on his side, but he'll go up the boards along to Thackeray, who turns it over, and it's across to, now Devin McCormick picks it off. He's in, he is dancing, but misses entirely through the crease, and Ryan Koenig didn't even have to make a save. There he does, up out of play off the stick of Heath Green on that shot.
Assisted by number 12, Gage Warrington. Time of the goal, 1946.
So Gage Warrington gets the assist on the goal by James Oleski. And now Connor Landry, a man with a mission to prove. He was out of the lineup a couple of times in the playoffs, and very much so wanted to be in there, but now he is out there to prove it, and he sure did. In game 1 of the season last night in St. Paul, he went out and scored himself a goal, and then, well, more in self-defense he would claim, got himself sent to the dressing room early due to a cross-check. Warrington against Landry in the face-off dot on the outside, near side wall of the Vegreville zone. Jesse Simpson across to his D partner, Denny Quintel, out of his reach, but able to scramble back and get it up to Jaden Fry, another local boy on the Cold Lake Ice this season. Played ahead by Nathan Duff. Like I said about Fry, another local boy. Puck played up. Now Landry's going to pressure, and it's across to Warrington. Warrington's seen a lot of ice time early in the first minute and 20. Mason comes to say hi. Of course, Mason, my little buddy here at Imperial Place every time the Cold Lake Ice are at home, and very much so warms my heart every time I see him pregame get that hug in. The Vegreville Rangers working around behind the net. They're battling with Cold Lake Ice defense. Denny Quintel trip. The call is up, and the Ice are heading to the power play. A power play in which, well, if you watched the game in St. Paul last night, you would say maybe needed a little bit of work, and we'll find out if they can work on it tonight with their first chance, a minute 41 into the period.
It is sponsored by Grand Center Golf and Country Club. Enter the lobby for a chance to help you.
So the face-off to the right of the goaltender Koenig for the Vegreville Rangers. The face-off man himself, Carson Burnett, he will win into the boards, and back to Jake Bartman now for the Cold Lake Ice. Shot on net, nowhere into the corner. And again, another shot from Smith. He'll fire it into the chest of Koenig. A big save there. 2 shots within the first 12 seconds of the power play for the Cold Lake Ice. That's definitely what you need. A little bit more patience maybe, but never a bad idea to pepper the goalie early in what is only the second game of the regular season for the Cold Lake Ice. Colton Buckta pretty much one-mans the face-off, stepped around the defender, got it back to the point, and now Smith handles it down to Stabler. Stabler will take it across to Buckta. Back to Stabler, and the patience almost paid off, but Stabler misplays the puck, and it's cued out into neutral ice. Now Smith bails on the puck, and a big poke check there by Matt Henwood saves the day, and the Ice are back the other way on the attack. And it's led by Jake Bartman. Shane Whitney, I don't know, he was pirouetting out there at the blue line, but they stayed on side. However, they're back behind their own net to pick up the puck. Denny Cantel. Mason Stabler across the ice. It's almost picked off, and now Colton Buckta has to throw a check just to protect the puck from going deep into the zone. Denny Cantel now with the puck from Bartman. He'll carry it into the zone, the Vegreville zone that is. Down the boards and around back behind the net. Colton Buckta gives chase. Denny Cantel still working down low for the Cold Lake Ice. Tanner Barnes covering the point. Up shot for Cantel off the blocker of Koenig. And back to the point now for Heath Green. Green will fire a blast, but it's double tipped and cut off and thrown back down the other way. A little bit of patience seems to be lacking from the Cold Lake Ice power play early in this one, but they'll work it around, and I'm sure it's only the first of many tonight. Being early in the season, the sticks, poke checks, skating isn't as sharp, and you expect to see a couple more power plays before each team gets comfortable with their identity, their systems, and all that. Puck played, and it's moved out by number 26, the goal scorer, James Oleski for the Vegreville Rangers. He's a young guy, obviously wearing a cage for them this season. Denny Cantel turns off the puck. Two players bail into the ice, maybe a situation, because Stabler misplayed a puck, then Smith tripped and led to a poke check save by Henwood, and then Barnes and a Vegreville player bail into the end boards away from the play. So potentially a little bit too much hockey today, but it's a Saturday, almost in October, so why not?
They are sitting up to the knee. You come on up and
We're live on Cold Lake Ice TV tonight.
Perfect.
As we get a face-off outside of the Vegreville zone. Brewer wins it back, but it's scrambled and two men go down. Moved ahead by Tyson Coles. And the Vegreville Rangers battle it out in the corner. They'll flick it across. It's on to the goaltender Koenig. He's able to keep it out of the net. A weird puck, that was for sure, headed towards the corner of the net. Now along the near side wall. It's worked back to Jesse Simpson. A tip there by Mitchell Bebo. That's some lacrosse hands right there to get that stick on puck, and what a beauty. But off the pads of Koenig. Now the Ice worked it out, but out of the zone by the Vegreville Rangers and fired back down in. The Ice, they played a lot of time in the Vegreville zone early in this one, but have yet to really generate a full-fledged attack. It seems to be moving the puck around. Warrington absolutely flattened, his stick shatters, and away to the bench he goes. The Ice try to get the puck out of the zone. Mitchell Bebo containing. He'll poke check it past the defense, and he has a chance to get around. But 19 of the Vegreville Rangers, Lane Polyanek, is able to cut it off and get it around the boards. Now there for Kaylin Zabrik. Zabrik worked it up, and now the Ice failed to get it out again. And Logan Mackay carries it in, the slap shot on Henwood. Pad save. Denny Cantel able to come up with it. He's taken out. And it's moved across, up the gut. Jaden Fry from the pass on Smith, not able to handle it. He gets it in. Connor Landry gives chase. It's Fry, Landry, and, Nathan Duff. Getting used to the new numbers. A lot of new numbers, a lot of new kids on the Cold Lake Ice this season. Maybe I didn't do my homework as well as I should. It bounces off the broken stick down there in the far side corner in the Cold Lake Ice zone. Flattened back there is a Cold Lake Ice player. Number 27, Tyler Smith. Battled on the near side wall into the Vegreville zone after, well, not a successful keep-in from the Vegreville Rangers, who literally have been content to just chip it down into Cold Lake Ice territory. Finally an icing. I'm going to take a break here. And we're going to get going with 14:15 to go in the first period. So 1-0 lead for the Vegreville Rangers. So a good game so far. The pace, definitely what I've seen out of the young Cold Lake Ice team this year is that they are young. Like I said, that's an obvious, but that means they got the wheels, they can shoot. It's just a matter of getting the systems down and getting the puck into the right spots to get the puck in the net. And that comes with time in a 32-game schedule in the NEAJBHL. Mason Stabler plays it down to Shane Whitney. Shane Whitney battled there. And the Vegreville Rangers men on bodies early in this one. Gage Warrington moves it out. He's up ahead to number 27, Wazir Jabir for, oh, pardon me, that's not Wazir. That is number 17 out there for the Vegreville Rangers, Joshua Thiel. However, it's moved out into center ice. And back around, the Vegreville Rangers are offside, so Jake Bartman is able to take his time, moving out from behind his own net across to Mason Stabler. Stabler carries, and he's able to pick it up after a tip there by Brady Dunn. Dunn will carry it into the zone for the Vegreville Rangers. He'll fire a shot wide. Jake Bartman off the boards, up to Stabler, and fools the defenseman Eric Powley, and flipped out down into neutral ice. And again, back into Cold Lake Ice territory. It's a lot of bin. We'll put it in your territory. We'll get it out your territory. And we'll see who can trade chances the best. Cold Lake Ice definitely have had the better chances, except for that one in which the Vegreville Rangers were able to get that puck into the back of the net on a scramble by Matt Henwood. Yes, the Vegreville Rangers had the poke check opportunity, but don't forget the ice. Had that one go across the crease, essentially, in which Tanner Barnes couldn't control it. However, they now move the other way. Colton Buckta picked off, he'll battle out, and he'll be fired up, not out of play, and oh, that is a great wherewithal save by Matt Henwood to catch that puck and make sure it's not going anywhere into his blue paint. We have 12:36 remaining in this first period. A short pregame ceremonies, but I think absolutely fantastic. The lights out, you haven't seen that in Imperial Place in a lot of years. And as a guy who was back then there to do it, definitely a nice little homecoming for me this weekend. Tanner Barnes wins the face-off, but the Vegreville Rangers, they are men on body tonight, and they are doing an excellent job of it. Tanner Barnes flicks it in. The goalie Koenig comes out to play it, but he doesn't exactly cut it off too well. Now Vegreville breaking back the other way, flipped up over, and Kaylin Zabrick fails, loses it to McCormick, who cuts around the net. And it'll be played to the point. They're cut off and down the ice. Actually, I thought Jesse Simpson was able to cut that off, but Denny can tell that something's wrong with my voice. Already way too early in the season for something to be wrong. Gage Warrington a good chance, but couldn't corral the puck in front of the net. Taken out. Tyson Coles battling his man, and now picked up there by number 21 on the Cold Lake Ice, Dylan Brewer, who absolutely leveled the hit on his man. Shot on net by Tyson Coles, up on out of play. Like I said, it has been an absolutely fantastic start to this hockey game. A great home opener, and you know what? This early in a season, I don't think I've seen this many fans in here in a long time. I don't care for estimates because I'm no good at them. I'm great at math. Don't let me get me wrong. I'll keep my stats in that, but crowd estimation is not exactly my cue. The ice fire shot on net. In case you're new to the whole system of Tyson Dalton play-by-play on the Cold Lake Ice, I do like to take shots at myself, especially when I'm solo act. Keep it interesting for you back at home and keep this game flowing. Tyler Smith fires the shot, another tip there. A beautiful tip by Elijah Lepin, who is now getting pushed around, battling in front of the net. The Vegreville Rangers maybe trying to get under his skin a little bit. Elijah, a very calm, cool kid. I had a chance to talk to him in St. Paul last night. Wasn't in the lineup, but man, was he just happy to be there. And that is what you definitely see out of kids in Junior B. It's just a fun time with the boys, and hey, either if you're on the bus or driving home by yourself, as long as you're at the game, that's all that matters. Connor Landry, back on the puck. He's going to battle number 12, Gage Warrington. He'll win the puck battle with a little bit of help by Tyler Smith, and the ice are back the other way. Now up to Mitchell Bebo. Bebo's going to flip it in, and it's too wide on the Vegreville defense. Back around, shot on net by Bebo. He's taken out by Landry, who didn't see him coming back, skating towards him. And the Vegreville Rangers able to turn it around pretty quickly. Now the Vegreville Rangers up the ice. They can't seem to get that neutral ice pass down. They've got him down a couple of times, but again, they're no luck. Connor Landry turns it back. Another flip off the boards, almost into the open gate bench. But either way, now the goal scorer, Oleski, pardon me, a tough one. It's definitely not. I'm going different than the way it's spelt, but hopefully I'm getting it right. Pardon me, Vegreville, if I'm getting that wrong. That's on me. Puck played down and again off a skate, and now it's number 17, Nathan Duff, giving chase for the Cold Lake Ice. Mitchell Bebo out there, Jesse Simpson trying to keep it in, and Denny Cantel tracks it down finally. 9:53 to go in this first period. Turnover, Duff can't battle the puck. Jesse Simpson skating hard into the corner, battling his man. He takes him out, good little knock to his knees, and the Cold Lake Ice are trying to control it against the near side boards. Now Devin McCormick skates around a man and loses his stick. And what a dance. These guys are coming hot. Number 7 of the Vegreville Rangers coming for blood on that one, Logan Mackay. And quite the start we are being treated to here in Cold Lake tonight. This one almost feels like a first round playoff matchup the way the boys are coming out firing, that is for sure. It's a feeling out process, which is usually game 1. And it's got a lot of speed, but that's also because it's early in the season, right? The legs aren't as tired, but it's not the adrenaline of the playoffs. If you understand what I mean from that point of view, we get the media timeout and we'll bring in Carter. Carter, you're nodding your head along here. Hopefully they can hear you on my mic tonight. Don't have one for you quite yet. We'll get you on in the intermission. You've been running the camera, you've been running ragged trying to understand what's going on out there. What have you seen out of the boys so far on the Cold Lake side?
So far they start out really good. They need to get more shots on net, and if they keep doing that, I'm sure they'll win this game.
So like you said, the shots on net, they didn't lack that on the power play, but I guess what I really tried to knock it down to is its patience on the power play, for sure.
Yes, it is.
So if you're the Cold Lake Ice, you've seen who they threw out there on the power play, and you see how they were able to do it. What do you do? What do you do to slow it down? Hold it?
They should work the puck around, so get the players tuckered out and then try and go in for a shot.
All right, so easy, like you said, it's early in the season, lots of speed. You just got to tucker everybody out. We've got water bottles, we're good to go. Now Tanner Barnes lines up for the face-off, and we'll bring Carter back in during the first period intermission to get a little bit of his idea of what's going on. Either which way, we're 9:21 to go in this first period. The Ice battling along the boards, and back Vegreville goes to Mackay. Mackay wearing the A for them. He'll fire it up the gut. Another puck tipped through the neutral zone, but not controlled. And again, the Ice chase it back behind their own net. It's a 1-0 game for Vegreville. If you were not here for this one right early, right? If you came 5 minutes into the game, you would have missed the goal because you would have missed it if you were 15 seconds late getting to the game. It was a 14-second opening marker at 9:46 of the first period by Oleski. I'm getting used to it. Vegreville, lots of new names on there as well. It's a new season, new names, new guys, but we'll get through it nonetheless. Jesse Simpson risks the shot on net. It's blocked by Mackay, who's seeing a lot of ice time now late in this period. A steady Eddie defenseman for the Vegreville Rangers by the looks of it. He's patrolling the neutral zone, looking to cut everything off. Gage Warrington out there as well. Shane Whitney sees it goes off his pants, and the Vegreville Rangers, again, through the neutral, tip back behind the Cold Lake Ice net. Jake Bartman, he'll carry it out and try to set up an attack. The Ice have not had a steady attack for, I'd say, the past 2 minutes. I haven't really looked at the clock and kept good tabs on it, but they definitely have not been able to control the play like they did in the first 5-6 minutes after that opening goal by the Vegreville Rangers to make it 1-0. Jake Bartman fires it. There's an opening attack. Mason Stabler stopped. The Cold Lake Ice score. Shane Whitney looks to have grabbed the goal off of a rebound from the shot by Mason Stabler, and it's a 1-1 game. The crowd goes ecstatic. The rally towels are waving. You can see them in the bottom left corner of your screen. And that's a huge goal for the Cold Lake Ice. I'm not sure if Stabler or Whitney put it in, either or. It's a 1-1 game, and Matt Henwood doesn't have to sweat things any longer. He can go out there and play his own game now in a blank scoring game. Colton Buckta, Shane Whitney, and Mason Stabler will stay out there following the goal. 1-1 between the Cold Lake Ice and Vegreville Rangers at 7:52. We'll wait the official announcement to see if it was Stabler or Whitney, but Whitney's hagging for more, and he fires a shot off the pad of Koenig. The Ice hungry for the puck and hungry for it to get to the back of the net now. They got a taste, and I'm sure more is to come out of this young upstart club this season. I believe if I did my homework right, there's only 5 or 6 returning guys to the team that were in that team that faced Wainwright in Game 4 on March 7th last season.
47 from 15 to 10 at 7:52.
So the official goal tally is Mason Stabler from Jake Bartman and Shane Whitney. I was not sure if Bartman was in on that, but there's your official scoring. $1,770 on the 50-50. It's a good night to be at Imperial Place. And I hope you were for this one. As the puck's played back down, Denny Cantel will face a 2-on-1. It'll go across, and man, what a play there by Brewer for the Cold Lake Ice to just throw his body last second to cut off that 2-on-1 and get the puck into the corner where Tyson Coles is battling it out. Tyler Smith out of the corner, and another man goes down, and that's Denny Cantel throwing the weight. A guy usually associated with putting up points is throwing the weight this season. I'm excited to see his development. He had a really good, strong campaign last year, and now this year he's ready to take that next step. I was on the bus with him on the ride back from St. Paul last night. He was kind of joking, well, you know what, I did so well last year, I'm probably going to suck this year, but that's just Denny. He's a very good character, and you know what, he'll go out there and show and prove just like he did last season, no problem. I have confidence in that as he chases back the puck. Denny Cantel with the one knee. The ice is really something different right now in this game as he fires it all the way down. Connor Landry couldn't handle it, but it will be Koenig who does. 6:26 remains in this opening period of the home opener.
Don't forget the Healthy Gilmore Challenge will take place in the first intermission.
I'm just shocked to be here. Didn't count on me in here tonight. Of course, if you didn't know, if you're listening now, I moved on down to Airdrie in June, so it's nice to come home and right away get back into the old groove of things with the play-by-play call of a Cold Lake Ice game on my only weekend up, well, in the past 3 months. The ice pressuring in the Vegreville zone. It's cleared out now off the boards by number 11, Devin Ruiga, and I lost the puck, pardon me. As it's worked out, there's the scorer, Oleski. He can't get it going, and the ice will fire it back the other way. Elijah Lepin out there for the ice. He will move it up and take a run at number 7, Mackay. Green for the ice, up to Lepin. I want to say Lepin, but I know it's Lepin. That's on me. I'll get it sorted out early in the season, like I said, and we'll take it slow. The ice, banging bodies, crashing it in the zone, trying to get some offensive production to get it to a lead for them for the first time in this game. They kept it onside, maybe offside, not 100% sure, no arms up. Denny Cantel, the man I was just talking about, carries it in, 2-on-1 situation. He'll fire the shot, rebound to the side, and what a robbery by Koenig on number 14 of the Cold Lake Ice, Jaden Fry. Absolutely stonewalled. He bangs his stick. Connor Landry knows that shot got right where it needed to, but Jaden Fry just couldn't power it over the pad. Assistant coach Sean Coles is able to just look at him and say, hey, there will be more of those. There's, well, 30 more games to go after this one. You'll get your chances. Don't worry, kid. Get out there and keep doing what you're doing. The Ice win the face-off, and it goes back, and the Vegreville Rangers trying to work it out. They're in along the near side wall. They'll work it now. Up to number 24, Brady Dunn. Brady Dunn fires the shot, and it's back to him. He'll fire another shot, but blocked there by Jesse Simpson. Puck played around, Devin McCormick. He'll have it stolen, and the Vegreville Rangers trying to turn it back. They're working it through, and Brady Dunn can't get it done that close. Dunn can't get it done. Oh man, lots of funny ones to start this year. Getting used to it. We'll be good. Now carried around Scott Thackeray. I just noticed this. I don't know how I just noticed. My eyes not as sharply trained as they were. The Vegreville Rangers turn it back the other way. No chance there. Denny Cantel picks up the puck so I can get back to my story. Scott Thackeray as well, wearing an A for the Cold Lake Ice this season. Vegreville Rangers turn around Isaiah Blanchette. Can't get it going, and now there's Tanner Barnes who stumbles. The skates, I'm not sure if it's a skate issue for some of these guys or it is the ice. It's been a weird start where they're stumbling around, but either which way, Jake Bartman has it behind his own net, and he'll move it out. Shane Whitney, who had an assist on the opening goal by Mason Stabler for the Cold Lake Ice, turns it back to the captain, Colton Buckton. He'll risk the near side shot. Back to Jake Bartman. He'll fire the shot across. Buckton backhand, scores over the glove of Koenig. It's a 2-1 game, and the usual suspects so far early for the Cold Lake Ice have struck again. Buckta from what looks like Bartman and Stabler to open it up. Stabler now with 2 points in this one. Bartman as well, and Buckta has his first of the season for the Cold Lake Ice, the captain returning for his second year. 3:43 remains in this first period. A good first period for the Cold Lake Ice. All of a sudden turn around, right? That's the big thing. Good first period when you're leading. It wasn't so good only 14 seconds in when they were down 1-0. So, as they did after they scored the opening goal of this season, or this home season for the Cold Lake Ice, Stabler, Buckta, and Whitney stay out there to pressure on the attack. It's worked across to Tyler Smith. He'll carry it in. Tyler Smith, where's his wrists of his jersey up quite high. A lot of exposed skin there from Tyler Smith. Haven't seen that in a while. That's kind of a throwback for sure. So they're only going to credit Bartman with the lone assist. Stabler held off the score sheet on that one, but he was definitely a proponent of that goal, that's for sure. He takes that shot and gets it on net. Vegreville now kind of chasing the ice around, trying to get the puck into any type of offensive scenario, but they'll work it around. They'll be fine as it goes along this year. Veg looking to be similar story to the Cold Lake Ice. Veg doesn't have a lot of returning players from last year, but the looks of the roster and what I remember, I could be completely wrong. But as you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. Definitely always appreciate all the crowdsourcing knowledge I can get when it comes to doing these calls. Either which way, as I've said several times, we'll get back to the play. It's out of the zone from Vegreville. Jake Bartman will just fire it back in. Oh, he actually tiptoed the blue line and was able to carry it in. What a move. Back across, Bartman not able to keep it there. He'll skate hard to challenge his man and will knock him off the puck in that middle stanchion. Tyson Coles across to Brewer. Brewer works it in, and now Tyson Coles is going to have it. He'll be offside. The man jumping in, Mitchell Bebo, wearing the white helmet. This is the nice thing for the Cold Lake Ice this year. They have those nice white helmets for the home jerseys, and they look very sharp.
Ignore calls.
If you're saying those jerseys look familiar for the Cold Lake Ice, well, they're styled after the Tampa Bay Lightning of the NHL. A big reveal midsummer for the Ice, including the captain, Colton Buckta, and Donovan Bebo, I do believe. You can go to the Cold Lake Ice Facebook page to double check that. It was quite the beautiful debut for the boys. Scott Hood, the head coach, talked about the new jerseys, and it was quite the hyped up thing for sure. So the Ice now looking for the puck along the near side wall. Vegreville will move it out. Along the boards, they'll battle it in off the stick of Brunette. Brunette lost it, and it's played down. Tipped in there by Mitchell Bebo to avoid the icing. And the Vegreville Rangers see it go around the net, and lucky for them, off the back of the net, it was wide open cage by Koenig, who overcommitted to a puck on his left-hand side. The Ice, Bebo fires it in, and up on out of play. I'll step aside for a quick second, and we'll get going. The play resumes, and the Ice are back into their defensive zone. It's there by Gage Warrington of the Vegreville Rangers, wearing that A, like I mentioned. It's one of the only things I've noticed about number 12 for the Vegreville Rangers, other than, hold on, his offensive play in this one for Veg. He has been very sharp out of the gate. Of course, he took the ceremonial face-off, and, well, you know he's not going to win that one. Just the home crowd flavor right there. Koenig able to get it in to his glove, and we freeze the play, as we'll have a face-off to his left with 1:13 to go in this first period. A scrambly first period. As much as these kids are getting their season started, I am definitely too. It's been a long time, and it is loud in here. The music's pumping, the crowds are going, and it is a good time to be a Cold Lake Ice fan. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your 2018-2019 season. Tonight's home opener presented to you by Cold Lake Ford. One thing, as the face-off is won back by Vegreville, played around by Mackay. One thing you cannot have Junior B without is the fantastic community that is ready to support their local talent, play some high-level hockey, and the local hockey community and business community have definitely stepped up in support of the Cold Lake Ice over the offseason, and now into what is game one at home for the boys in blue this season here against Vegreville tonight at Imperial Place. Vegreville turns over the puck, shot on net, Henwood down note, but it goes wide. McCormick dekes around a man and he's trying to get going. That's got to be a trip. The arm is not up and it's turned back around and backhand goes wide off the stick of Lane Poleniuk. So the Ice work it back the other way. Another guy goes down, but that one was just a hotly contested battle for the puck and he just tried to go down to a knee to get an advantage. Turned around by Gage Warrington. Gage Warrington fires it in onto the stick of Bartman. No real chance there. There was no threat that puck was going on net. Bartman, a steady Eddie defenseman for the Ice, and he knew he would pick it up. Played up by Thackeray. He'll try and get it out. Warrington cuts it off at the blue line, fires it back in, and time runs out in the first period. We'll step aside for a little bit here, and then we'll get back to hockey after another 20 minutes.
At the end of the first period, your Ice are up over the Rangers 2-1. Shot on goal, Cold Lake 18, and Vegreville.
Alright, make some noise! Cold Lake Ice Whale, Cheers up 2-1! Alright, we got the Hockey Gilmore Challenge. Cassidy.
There we go. This is Cold Lake Ice TV. I'm Tyson Olney, joined alongside Mason Stadler. Mason, why don't you step on out a little bit more so the camera can see you? You had a heck of a first period out there. Contributed on both goals. Whether you got the second assist on the second one or not, that remains to be seen. But either which way, I got to say, a heck of a first period. How's it feel to be at home?
Pretty good. We're moving the puck well, playing hard, so it's good.
And a 2-1 lead going into this first intermission. So what do you got to do to maybe avoid what happened? What did you think of that game compared to so far this first period?
St. Paul plays really hard. They're very physical. This team's got a lot less guys, so we're just going to have to outwork them and push it all the way.
All right, Mason, best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
And that's your Cold Lake Ice Fresh Ice Intermission Report here on Cold Lake Ice TV. We will catch you for the call of the second intermission. There we go. We're getting used to everything still early in the season. Pardon me, Carter. I asked you about that first period. 2-1 for the Cold Lake Ice. After the first period, what did you think of that first?
I thought they were playing pretty good. They're cycling the puck around really well on the power play. They just got to keep the foot on the pedal and don't take it off.
So Carter, if you're going into the second period and you're the Cold Lake Ice, like you said, foot to the pedal, pedal to the metal. What do you do in terms of an offensive structure other than just keeping those shots on net?
Keep the puck away from the net, don't hang back.
All right, that'll be the Fresh Ice Intermission Report here on Cold Lake Ice TV. Tonight's home opener presented by Cold Lake Ford. He's Carter. I'm Tyson Olney. We will catch you in a few seconds' time for the second period. And we're back, ready for the second period of play. Man, what a busy intermission. I absolutely love that. We're gonna have a fun time in Cold Lake this year. We've got a great crew ready to headman these streams for you. Let me tell you, it feels good to be home. A good first period for the boys in blue. 2-1, headed into the second period. I talked to Mason Stabler in that second intermission, or that first intermission, as you might have seen. Stabler, a new face to the Cold Lake Ice. Let me get a Mason hug in here. Only have a limited time to get all of them in. Either which way, for the Vegreville Rangers, they just couldn't form an attack. They had a good chance to get quite a few pucks on net and get the job going and get the job done. They got it done once on a broken play that got the puck into the back of the net off of Oleski, but now a 2-1 lead for the Cold Lake Ice, who peppered the goalie, and it worked in that first period. The Vegreville Rangers win the face-off, and they'll go cut it through the neutral zone, and again, they can't get that pass down in the neutral zone, and it's back into their own end. Tanner Barnes backhand on net, Koenig able to make the save. The puck played there, and Barnes still with it. He'll battle along, and Brady Dunn coming up with the puck. He can't get it. How about now for the Vegreville Rangers, Polnuck. Polnuck can't come in with it, so across to Powley, and Powley is able to play it around. The Ice cut it off. And again, Powley right there. See, he's all over this puck early in this period. And now Gage Warrington, the guy who's been effective this game, him and Oleski, the guys who teamed up for that goal. Warrington to center, he'll come in, cut, and, well, not much of an attack there into the corner. The Vegreville Rangers now trying to set up. They are sustaining some zone time. Shot on net goes way wide. This is more of a flip, more so. And with that, the Cold Lake Ice and Scott Thackeray turn it back the other way across to Devin McCormick. Devin McCormick carries it in. He's going to risk the shot on net off of the chest of Koenig and Mackay, who is physically involved in that first period, trying to go after Lepin of the Ice. Plays it out. Veg gets it across, and Mitchell Bebo, again after a puck, hops on Veg, gets it into center. Warrington plays it down. Ice play it across. Tyler Smith up the gut, and Mackay there for the Vegreville Rangers. Puck played in by Denny Quintella of the Cold Lake Ice. Mackay now with the puck. He'll work it across and go to his partner, Polnuck. Polnuck works it through the middle. Again, neutral zone bounce for the Vegreville Rangers. Turns the puck back the other way, and Koenig plays it on his stick. He'll cover it with Mitchell Bebo right on top of him. So if you think, okay, last year we had a Bebo in the lineup for the Cold Lake Ice. He wore number 89, Donovan Bebo. Well, he is the brother of Mitchell Bebo. Bebo the younger one, number 9, Mitchell. Both though, this is where it gets interesting. You think these Bebo brothers are good making it to the junior B ranks of hockey. You should just see what they do in lacrosse. Absolutely unreal, light up the scoreboard. And it was my pleasure 2 seasons ago to follow them along through their journey to a silver medal in Sherwood Park that season. Koenig covers up the puck, and again we'll have a whistle with 17:53 to go in the first period. 2-1. for the Cold Lake Ice in period number 2. I have to say, it's been an absolutely beautiful atmosphere here in Imperial Place. Lots of people turned out for this one. Down the rows and down the aisles in the bar, which actually just fancily opened across the way from where we sit, is a new bar that the city of Cold Lake installed when they installed the new arena. So it's actually really got that next level feel. Almost, for me, an NHL 19 guy, as the Cold Lake Ice score! Tipped in by number 10, Shane Whitney in front. Pardon me, I should pay attention to the play. Either which way, it's a 3-1 lead for the Cold Lake Ice, 17:41 to go in the second period. How about that shot, and how about that goal, a third one of the night for the first top line of the Cold Lake Ice. I know what I'm saying to myself. You're probably saying it back home. Pay attention, Tyson. It's the first one of the year. Eyeballs tend to wander, so does the mouth. But even though I've wandered, this one sure has been a great one. So for the first time after scoring a goal, they have not had the chance to be able to start the next whistle. It's Connor Landry's line out there for the Cold Lake Ice. Well, we'll have a little bit of a chance here. I think there may be an ice issue, or is Koenig just going to the bench to chat things over with his teammates? I'm not 100% sure. It looks like the coach wants to talk to him. Koenig, trainer's coming over. Okay, maybe the equipment malfunction. We'll speculate. Just bringing something over, maybe a mouth guard, replacement mouth guard. Yes, sir. So they just brought Koenig a replacement mouth guard. He'll get into net and he'll get going. And we'll have the face-off at center ice between the two number 12s. Definitely not new, either one of them, Gage Warrington and Connor Landry. Turn back for the Vegreville Rangers. Finally a pass in the neutral zone that works, and they'll flick it in. Played back there by Henwood, across to Fry, or pardon me, Duff. Nathan Duff, number 17.
Scored by number 11, Colton Buckta.
And they're going to call it a hand pass.
Number 3, Jesse Simpson, and number 15, Jake Bartman.
So there's your goal.
Number 11 from 3.
It's Buckta from Simpson and Bartman. Bartman now has 3 points on the night. The only guy to factor into all 3 goals. So I'm talking about how productive that top line of the Cold Lake Ice has been. Well, how about Jake Bartman on the back end, putting up the 3 apples, pretty simple in. The Ice turning around on the neutral, and they'll play it through. There's Jaden Fry. That's the man I was looking for when I called out Duff's jersey number. Turn around, Koenig can't play the puck. He'll go back to the point. Denny Quintel. Denny Quintel looks, fakes out his man. Now the slapper comes off the pads of Koenig. Duff battling to Fry and across. And held in by Heath Green. Tip on by Nathan Duff. Fancy stick work in front of the net. And that's a glove save for Koenig, and we have ourselves a whistle at 16:48 of the second period. A great period for Cold Lake again. They're coming out, firing the puck. There's an old adage in hockey. You get pucks in deep and pucks on net, you're going to win hockey games. Well, that's what's working for the Cold Lake Ice so far. Now, I was talking to a couple of fans in the stands. They might have noticed something I didn't. They were saying the ice looks sloppy, and how about that? That is a little bit of a sloppy play as they gap through. The defense does Vegreville, and another guy uncovered in front of the net. That was number 11, Devin Rowiga, as he almost tipped that puck going across the crease into the net. However, the Cold Lake Ice regather the puck and go along the boards. Logan Mackay keeps it in. He's going to blast a shot off of the pad blocker of Matt Henwood. Henwood, well, he has stood tall after that weak opening goal. We'll make as much of it as we will, but however, you just got to give him credit. It's early in the season. He'll figure it out. Henwood's in a situation I don't think he's been in his junior B career. From what I looked over his stats, I guess I should talk to his dad a little bit more on that stat, but I don't think he's had the chance to be the number 1 for a full season in junior B. Turn back around, and there is Devin McCormick for the Cold Lake Ice, and he'll work it out. Dustin Johnson-Watson, the fun thing with him is, like I said, he sat on the bench a lot last season for the Cold Lake Ice with some injuries to, I believe it was Bonnie, who was sitting on the bench for the Ice at that time behind Nelson Sheeler, who had taken over the starting role. But now It's Dustin Johnson-Watson's spot to keep for now before moving up. Tanner Barnes into the zone, dances around the defender, puck on net. Goes right through the crease. Now a shot by Smith off of the legs of Mitchell Bevo. I almost caught myself saying Donovan there. Tyler Smith fires it in across the crease, and Koenig almost splits himself in half trying to make that save. And across it goes into his, no, not into his blocker. Shot in front, puck fan wide, but Tyson Cole's back to the point. Jake Bartman not with it there on that one, and it goes down the ice to Matt Henwood. A good period out of both clubs to start this one. Vegreville playing enough defense to get it done, and Cold Lake playing enough offense to get it done as well. A 3-1 game, Junior B, it's never over till it's over. I've seen a lot crazier things. I think back to a couple of playoff rounds against the Wainwright Bisons here in this barn 5-6 years ago. Mitchell Bevo attacking the puck. He'll work around, and he's crunched there, but not knocked to the ground completely until he tripped over his own 2 feet. He stands in front of the own net. He's not entirely covered. However, Carson Burnett had it going. Jake Bartman knocked his man to the ground, and across goes number 22 for Vegreville, and Bartman again, another huge hit. Bartman, how about that? Give him 2 hits on that shift, 3 assists in the game, and I think he's your first star already at this point. Now Colton Bucked a chance in, he'll fire the shot high. That was a great chance. He was standing in the line, got the pass, got the slap shot, couldn't get it on net. Jesse Simpson, who also got an assist on the last goal, can't fire it in, and Denny Cantel's hammered there by the Veg defense. And Buckta across, it will be out of the reach of Shane Whitney, who led up trying to stay on pace with Buckta, but didn't realize that pass was going to come on. Shot down the net, Koenig, goal by Whitney, 4-1, Cold Lake Ice. How about that? All right, Colton Buckta misfired on the pass. Shane Whitney not skating as hard as he needed to catch it more so. But they still team up and get the job done. A 4-1 lead for the Cold Lake Ice, a bang-in attempt. And now that top line, as they have 3 of 4 times scoring the goal, come on out. And now are they calling the timeout, or are they calling what? Looks like it's going to be a timeout. I'm going to step aside, just confirm with my crew. And we'll be right back to hockey action here at Imperial Place. Back to hockey, we'll let the crowd celebrate one more time as the Shane Whitney goal is announced. For the first time all night, Jake Bartman doesn't get an assist on a tally, as it's an unassisted marker for Shane Whitney. And we're back to play with 13:34 to go in this game. Shane Whitney now with the puck, he'll battle it across to Mason Stabler. Stabler's in, but not on net. Now across and down into the zone. There is the Vegreville defense across to Gage Warrington. Colton Buckta up to Oleski. Every time. I want to say Alexiak because of the NHL defenseman. And of course the Olympic swimmer. Colton Buckta in on net. Held up. Pad save Koenig. Big save there. Keeps it a 4-1 game. Every time I try to tell the story, we're getting sidetracked. Really need a color man, and we'll work on that throughout the season. Big hit there on the goaltender Koenig. Goes down on top of Whitney, and that isn't going to draw a reaction out of Vegreville because it's a completely innocent play. A goaltender who's got a pad out a little bit too far off the post, and Shane Whitney coming blazing out of the corner. So, as we do every time in Junior B hockey, like I said, there's a couple things that can't run on. It can't run without community support, it can't run without community members, and it can't run without community businesses. Well, you know what it else can't run without? It can't run without volunteers from the community stepping up to make sure the boys on the ice and the fans in the stands have the best well, experience possible. It all comes down to that, and this Cold Lake Ice TV hopes to be a part of that all season long. Connor Landry along the boards for the Cold Lake Ice. He's battled there, and he still has the puck. Good pressure there from Joshua Thiel for Vegreville against Landry, and the puck's gone down the ice. And there you go, it crosses the line, so we got ourselves an icing. And we're back into the Vegreville zone. No change icing, which is something that came into effect last year. A really big difference maker. And one thing that was really thought of in the league is, are players going to flip it out of play off the face-off to get the change? Now what they were thinking was they would counter that with a penalty this year. I don't think I've seen that so far this game, and I don't think it's a thing. So I think the rules have stayed as they have. And we're still playing 20 good old hockey. Back the other way, Vegreville goes. Number 19, Polnuck carries it in. He's battling there against Bartman. Bartman able to sneak his way under him. Polnuck, a tall kid, and Bartman just wrestled under his arm and got going. And the Vegreville Rangers turn around. Gage Warrington there. Jake Bartman back to his D partner, Tyler Smith. And one thing you see, Denny Cantel and Jake Bartman returning defensemen for the Cold Lake Ice, but they're only usually paired on the power play. And that's one thing that head coach Scott Hood's looking for, is veteran leadership from the back of it to get it done. Because if they need to get it done on the power play, it's going to be at the clutch times, and you want to make sure you got your best players out there. That's not to say the rookies on the Cold Lake Ice can't get it done, but it's to say that early in the season you want your guys that know exactly how the system works in Cold Lake to be out there teaching the kids up front, and then once the kids up front know, they can teach the kids on the back end, and you've got it going. Tanner Barnes out there to, well, take the face-off against Gage Warrington, who's taken a lot tonight. I don't got no face-off stats. Well, I'm just not that fancy. I guess that's one of those Corsi-like stats in the NHL tonight. Gage Warrington, he's taking his time. Vegreville's bench is deciding what to do. Cold Lake's pacing around. And we've got a little bit of a delay. Colton Buckta getting the captain's announcement. It's a too many men call by the looks of it against Cold Lake. So we'll take our time and get this one sorted. And now the face-off. Colton Buckta in there to take it against Gage Warrington. And Buckta, again, he has solo efforted like 3 or 4 face-offs tonight, and he is showing he is a man amongst boys when it comes to Vegreville's face-off dot tonight. Just being able to do that, that is for sure. Buckta, second year as captain of the Cold Lake Ice, and he has really proved why that is so far in this one. I didn't catch too much of Buckta last night, but I'm sure he was great as always. Pass across, and there goes Buckta up to his man Tanner Barnes. 2 centermen out there on this penalty kill. A smart, wise move by head coach Scott Hood. So it's Jaden Fry, who he will not see on this penalty kill due to being in the box to serve that too many men bench minor. Early in the season, tripping over myself, having a great time at Imperial Place. This game, of course, presented by Cold Lake Ford. Puck's at the point for Vegreville. Tipped on, and Jake Bartman takes his man Mackay. A smart play, ties him up against Henwood, and Tanner Barnes able to wrist it to the point, not able to get it out. Buckta gives chase. Barnes able to tip it, and now it's a 2-on-0 if the Cold Lake Ice want it. Man back, it's Tanner Barnes in alone to the forehand. Stopped by Koenig. Big save there, but Tanner Barnes again catches it out of the air. He'll backhand. He's really been stealthy with that backhand move all game long. He turns it over, and Polnuck will come back the other way for Vegreville. He blows by Jake Bartman. Bartman trips him up. We're not going to have a call. Man goes into the net. And man, end-to-end action. All of a sudden, 5-on-4. Cold Lake Ice shorthanded across. Tanner Barnes in on net. Fans on the puck 4 times. And Koenig finally jumps on it. The save made, the puck blown dead. 22 seconds remains on this Cold Lake Ice penalty kill. Wow. You're telling me that this is game 2 of the regular season? You'd have to say this is looking like game 30 with points on the line for a playoff spot. The way the Cold Lake Ice have come out this second period, we're 10 minutes through. We're on the close side to 20 of 10, so we'll have the media timeout right away, and we'll take a second to step aside then. Probably get Carter in to ask him some questions, but we'll hold on as Gage Warrington across, fires it past number 11 of the Vegreville Rangers, Devin Roviga. And Vegs trying to set up an attack. It'll go down the ice, and there is, conning to play it with 1 second on the clock. It's over, is the Vegreville Rangers power play. Puck played, Jaden Fry able to body his way out of the box and make an impact. Keeps the Vegreville Rangers behind their own net again, throwing the body. He took maybe an elbow or something, chops, but he's up and running around again. Jaden Fry not shot and throw the body. He didn't like having to go sit in the box there. That's what you have to pay your dues as a rookie. He's not going to mind that part. He just doesn't like sitting down when he can be out there throwing the body by the looks of it. Now he's got the puck offensively. He's into the zone. He is wide with Thackeray and Bebo across. Thackeray off his skate back to Fry. Fry will go up, and Mitchell Bebo fires up high over the glove and over the crossbar as well of the Veg net. Across now to Bebo. He'll fire another puck looking for the tip from Fry. Can't get it on net. Puck goes high into the... Ooh, how about that? It literally lipped around the boards high in the air and stayed in the netting by a matter of mere inches. Now hold on, it's 8:52. We'll see if the refs whistle this dead. We should have it. There it is, the media timeout, and we will step aside for 2 seconds as we'll get going, guys. Give me a few seconds here and we'll be goal. So, all right, join alongside Carter as he's still manning the camera here in a 4-1 Cold Lake Ice game. It's the media timeout. Carter, it's been a reversal of a period. Vegreville used to, in the first period, flip it down the ice a lot, flip it down the ice, flip it down the ice. Now all of a sudden, Cold Lake's caught onto that game, and they're pushing the pace a lot more offensively, especially on that power play for Veg, penalty kill for the boys in blue. What have they done to do that?
They've really pressured them a lot. They just got to keep outplaying them, and then they'll get the victory tonight.
So a 4-1 game. Brewer in the face-off, dot to face. Polnick loses that one, but how about Oleski getting it back, and he will go chasing after it against Denny Cantel. Oleski, oh boy, blows a tire hitting into Cantel. Shoulder on shoulder check, but it wasn't firm. And that puck, I don't know how you describe that puck. It hit Henwood, hit the net, bounced around, and they blow it dead because they lost sight of it. One of those, it's early in the season. We're going to take our time and have a good time. And it's a 32 game schedule this year, and it should be a good one for all intents and purposes. 8:36 to go in this second period, a 4-1 Cold Lake Ice lead. It's a face-off won by Colton Buckty. He actually won that one back instead of Supermaning it forward, and he will take that puck. Mason Stabler giving chase behind him. Shane Whitney on net, fires the puck, fans on it, and the save made by Koenig. Okay, pardon me, I did call Shane Whitney Curtis Whitney. That is a callback. I saw Curtis Whitney early tonight. He was standing outside of the dressing room. Great pleasure to shake his hand. Curtis Whitney, a former Cold Lake Ice captain, who, well, good on him. Will be going to school in due time to go for electrical instrumentation technologies, I believe, is what he told me. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me. But Cold Lake Ice boys going on, leading lives after leaving Junior B hockey. It's a good time to always see them back at the rink supporting the new crew in blue. Man, that feels so good to say. There's a lot you can do with the boys in blue tonight. Puck behind the net for the Cold Lake Ice. They'll fire out the shot. Mason Stabler off the paddle of Koenig. The Ice keep it in. They're now pressuring the puck. Goes through, skirting through the crease. And Shane Whitney there, he'll fire it, and Logan Mackay just standing there ready for that puck. Plays it out, and number 11, Devin Rowiga, fires it down the ice. Jake Bartman clawed in there by, who is that out there? Oleski for sure. And he was hard on Jake Bartman, trying to get him off his game or something. The man with 3 assists already in this one, he'll lead the charge. He's in. Puck played back to Connor Landry, who just stood his man up. Now Gage Warrington back the other way. He's got himself a partial break. Poke check save by Matt Henwood. Good play there. Matt Henwood looking like he's finally stepping into his own this season after a 6-3 game in St. Paul last night, where both goaltenders, if you look at the shots, were very comparable. However, he faced 40-plus shots, did Henwood, and, well, 6 goals in Junior B on 40-plus shots. That's not a bad night in net, realistically. Henwood playing it around, and it will be to Simpson. Simpson to Bartman. He loses it, and the puck played back up, out into neutral ice. Zabrik across to Dunn. Dunn plays it now to number 17, Thiel. Thiel and Zabrik goes through the middle. Gage Warrington with the puck. He's got some open ice. He'll backhand it absolutely nowhere, and Jaden Fry plays it ahead. Connor Landry chipped that puck over the blue line, but it was tipped back out to neutral by the Vegreville Rangers, and now the Ice finally have their chance. It's bumbled around, and Jaden Fry firing the puck across. How about Nathan Duff fanning on that shot, and now giving chase behind the Vegreville net. That's how you do it. You're going to fan on that shot, make sure you get that puck back ASAP and try and get it either to someone to get it on net or get it on net yourself to make up for it. Cold Lake Ice, they are a second chance team. So far in this game, it's been beautiful. A huge hit there by Heath Green. Now the Ice trying to fancifully play it. Duff try to one-hand it. Would have been a great play. Now Oleski knocked down. And Denny Cantel back the other way. Jaden Fry to Nathan Duff and Connor Landry working it out. Jaden Fry in there. He is a big boy. He's a young guy, but he's a guy who can definitely throw weight, and we've seen that this game. Dunn fires the shot off the paddle of Henwood. Back out, and Henwood again robs Dunn with the paddle. 2 in a row, you don't see that very often, but you just saw it. Scott Thackeray the other way. He's cutting in. He's got all kinds of speed. He'll dish across. And for a 6th or 7th time tonight, another puck that goes through the crease. Offensively for the Cold Lake Ice. Turn back around. Scott Thackeray, how about try this again? Thackeray plays it. There's a shot. Scores! Tyler Smith, the 5th tally of the night. That's why you stick with it. 2nd, 3rd, 4th chance opportunities. You'll bury it eventually. 5-1 for the Cold Lake Ice with 5:03 to go in this second period. So for the first time all night, the Cold Lake Ice get a goal without Buckta, Whitney, or Stabler on the ice. Not bad. So what do we figure? We're going 5 minutes left in the second period. It's a 5-1 game for the Cold Lake Ice. Can you call this a great bounce back from the game in St. Paul? I don't go that far. You can't do that yet based on the simple adage in hockey. If you let off the gas, you're going to get scored on. And the Ice, after being scored on 6 times last night, definitely do not want to be scored on again. So with that, the face-off, and Bebo fires it in. A reminder that is Mitchell Bebo tonight. Donovan is not in the lineup.
5th goal of the night, scored by number 27, Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith gets the tally.
By number 6, Devin McCormick, and number 19, Scott Thackeray.
McCormick and Thackeray draw the assist for Cold Lake. And now it's Brewer, Bebo, and Tyson Coles out there. Tyler Smith fires the puck on net. It's wide, and now Jake Bartman fires it in. Now I want to go back to that lacrosse point. Tyson Coles, another kid that plays lacrosse. Dustin Johnson-Watson as well, as Vegreville's back the other way. Holneck is carrying it in. He'll fire, no, he'll hold on to it. I thought now he'll fire it, and it will be held on to Matt Henwood. So back to the lacrosse point. Hold on. We're going to have some nasties between Tyler Smith and Devin Ruiga. Now everybody kind of tied up in there. Tyler Smith trying to get it going. Brewer talking it over with Mackay. They'll be separated. All right, here's the Junior B edge. All of a sudden, you get yourself a little bit of mix-up in front of the net in a 5-1 game. Vegreville, Cold Lake, it's Junior B in the Northeastern League. It's a rougher league, yes sir. It's definitely cleaned up over the past years. I remember, I can go back far enough, at only 22 years old, to a time when there were bench clearing brawls every period. That's not that far away. This, in 10, 15 years, has changed the dynamic so much. It is a skill game now in Junior B in this league, and a little bit of edge is never a bad thing to see. I don't want to see guys dropping the gloves every 5 minutes. I don't want to see guys dropping the gloves every game. But a little bit something like that keeps you on your toes, and you never know what you're going to see. Absolutely leveled there is Mason Stabler. That was a huge hit. That's going to be called. And now all of a sudden Cold Lake realizes it, and they're trying to rush up the ice. But it's going to be a call against Devin Rowiga, who he was mixing it up, and now he'll head to the box for it. So, to the power play of the Cold Lake Ice, they've only had one other one this game. An 0 for effort where they just weren't patient enough, similar to what they were in St. Paul last night. Mason Stabler across the ice. There's a patient pass. That was a beautiful one. He waited for the lane to open up, made the pass, got the shot, and it's a chance. Not a good one, because it didn't go in the net. Still counts. Denny Quintel carries it in, he'll fire the shot, gets the face off. You know what? There you go. Instead of firing it as soon as he got across the blue line, Denny Quintel carried it in. Buck 39 to go with a 5-1 Cold Lake Ice lead. It's been a great game, 100% from the Cold Lake Ice to rebound from last night. Now the question is, hold on to that lead, make it a great game in the win column. That's the question mark early in the season. You can have great games and lose. Cold Lake Ice, they had a lot of that early last year. This year, they got to do it and get it in the W column. Big face-off, knocked out of the zone by the defense of Vegreville on the penalty kill, back to Matt Henwood. Puck played out and across Connor Landry. Well, can't get it going, and Connor Landry now will get it going. He's out there on the power play. Like I said last night, he had a goal. But either way, still nothing too much formative on this power play. Mitchell Bebo stepping around a man, now in on net. He'll dance and off the post. Bebo goes down in a tumble. And what a chance there, self-created by Mitchell Bebo. So, okay, we saw a lot of impatience in that first power play. Now we're seeing self-creation in this second one. Mitchell Bebo now in on net. Slapper. Oh, what a chance for Scott Thackeray, but he can't get it done, and now Connor Landry's got two men on him. Jake Bartman's going to come in and help his comrade. And okay, hold on, let me sit down and go over this one. We're getting a little bit of fun in this one for sure. Vegreville, they were looking pretty after that first 14 seconds. 1-0 lead, they've now given up 5 straight goals. Matt Henwood, solid in net since then. 3 minutes to go in the second period. And it's been a great game for the Cold Lake Ice. 46 seconds go in their power play. They're going to call the face-off outside of the zone based on, I guess, just that little mix-up, I'm going to say. So now Tanner Barnes takes the face-off. It's battled, and it was pushed ahead by Gage Warrington. That was not a win for Tanner Barnes, but it counts for a win for the Cold Lake Ice. In there battling Devin McCormick. McCormick got it. Back to Barnes. Barnes goes to the point. Here we go. Shot set up, Denny Quintel. That's what you want if you're the Cold Lake Ice on the power play. Quintel's got a cannon. He's shown it multiple times last year. He's trying to show it this year. It's just a matter of finding the seam and getting it through a goalie. Quintel up the cross, and McCormick couldn't hang it. Veg turns it back. Mackay slashes McCormick. The antics going deep. Buckta slew-footed. And that's not what they're calling. Buckta was silently taken out by a stick, kind of in passing. But it's going to be the cross-check by Mackay.
Programs, which I highly advise you do. They've got some bios and everything on the players.
So how about that? 10 seconds of 5-on-3 time for the Cold Lake Ice. My crew absolutely doing a fantastic job tonight. First for us to work together, and a first for probably the rest of the season, but either way they've shown what they are capable of. A huge shout out to Cold Lake High School for lending them out to the Cold Lake Ice tonight. Like I said, it's all about volunteers, and these kids volunteering their time on a Saturday night in Cold Lake in, well, late September. So I would say it's a good time to be inside. And Devin McCormick comes in to take the face-off against Gage Warrington. 5-on-3 is pretty much over, but how about a shot before then? Tanner Barnes with the puck off the rebound. He'll fire the shot, and that's what we didn't see in St. Paul, right? Okay, I'm trying to talk about the impatience, and I don't know how to get it clearly through because I'm not a very educated power play specialist, never really having played hockey in my life. Seriously, never strapped on the skates in a professional game at all. But it's all about that fake, wait, shoot, right? And that's what Tanner Barnes is doing an excellent job of on this power play. Denny Cantel, there's the shot, cross. Tyler Smith has it come off his stick the wrong way. And Tanner Barnes, well, he had it poked away in Matt Henwood with the puck now. Vegreville looking like more so how the Ice did in that first period, scrambling around trying to force the puck. And now that the Ice figured out Veg's gameplay in that first period, well, now we've got a reversal of fortunes, like I said. Up the boards and in is Jake Bartman. He'll carry it, and with that A on his chest, go up to Tanner Barnes, down back to Bartman. He'll niftily stick check his man. And will he do it again? No. It's out of the zone off the stick of Brady Dunn. Henwood, in the same spot he touched it 30 seconds ago, leaves it for Cantel. Reminder, back to what I was talking about Jake Bartman and Denny Cantel. They don't play together on regular lines, but 5-on-4 they do. In on net, Jaden Fry around the net. Now back to the point, Jake Bartman. And Bartman pressured there by Polnick. And around the boards. Cleared out, nope, fanned on. And Jaden Fry will battle it there. He's, again, using his body, big frame, to get the job done. Puck played off the side of the net, and Jaden Fry will see it go. Now down the ice, Matt Henwood. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble, but thankful for that blocker, that's for sure. 23 seconds to go. The power play expired long ago. I just forgot to tell you. Heath Green across Jake Bartman. There, and down go a couple of guys tumbling around. Don't worry about it. They're back up on their feet. No one's worse for wear. There you go. Vegreville controlling the puck is Thiel. Thiel, well, laid out on the play was Mackay. And Connor Landry's going to stand there and tell him what he thinks about that. But either way, we're done the second period. We'll step aside. And it's a 34-14 shot difference in favor of the Cold Lake Ice.
Once again, Chuck-a-Puckers.
And we're going to have the Chuck-a-Puck right away.
Section I.
And we'll go get our interview going. So if you're just joining us, well, sorry, pardon me, a little bit of technical difficulties that we got our crew to solve. 45 seconds into this, well, now It is third period. Cold Lake Ice lead 5-1. We glitched out right around the time we were trying to get our fresh ice intermission report. And there's a goal right out of the gate by number 19, Scott Thackeray, the man wearing the A tonight. The rally towels are going crazy in the stands tonight. Cold Lake Ford generous enough to donate some rally towels at 6-1. 19-11 to go in this third period. Now the ice securely want to just bring this one home. So Scott Thackeray, the goal scorer. It's been a big night for Cold Lake, and they hope to continue it the rest of the way home. Vegreville, well, hey, they've come to play in that first period, but have since, well, been figured out. Tanner Barnes shoots it down ice. That's as close to an icing as you can get, given that it's right at the red line, but they don't count it. Now Devin McCormick fighting his man off in Logan Mackay. Puck played to the point and kept in by Tyler Smith. Shot on net, cleared away by Mackay at the last second. Up the point, Denny Cantel. Cantel fires it in, tip on net by Scott Thackeray. A beautiful play, but it's wide of the net, and now back the other way. Devin Rodriguez trying. It's Gage Warrington. So Thackeray, the goal scorer. Denny Cantel gets the assist, and so does Tanner Barnes. Big night for everybody up front. Denny Cantel, I said, you know what? He'll get some points this year based on what he did last year, and there he goes, already getting a point in this one. Game number 2. Puck on net, it's wide. As we stand and say hello to Cold Lake Ice photographer Deborah Caban. Deborah, you've been treated to a great one so far. What's the photos been like down ice level?
Oh, wonderful. It's a beautiful facility. The lighting is great. The action is great. It's great to see the guys out having a good game tonight. All
right, Deborah, I'll let you go. I'm sure you've had a busy night. Thank you very much. 6-1, the Cold Lake Ice lead it. Here in this one now, it's brought up by Dunn. Caught on by Matt Henwood, and now the pace slows, but hold on. Jesse Simpson's got some exception, and Brewer's going after him. That's a weird one to go after. You know, Junior B, it's becoming a lot more common to have cages on, and Carter Walkeruck was maybe asking for more than Brewer could deliver, if you want to say it that way, given that he's got the cage on. I've seen crazier things. In this building, I've seen a guy get pushed onto an opposing goaltender, get up, and then fight said goaltender in a man in Chase Brown. Great video, look it up on YouTube. It is one for the history books, that's for sure. And now what's going on? Matt Henwood has been sent to the bench and down the tunnel. Okay, so Henwood talking to Scott Hood. Faceoff's going down the ice. It's going to be 5-on-3 by the looks of it. Henwood's out, and now in comes Dustin Johnston Watson, the local kid looking to get his first action of the season for Cold Lake. And how about this? After a little bit of an adventure last year, am I playing here tonight? Am I going there? Where do you need me, coach? Wait, I have 6 of you. He is in net for the Cold Lake Ice, a local kid living a local dream, and out to play the puck. First thing is Johnston Watson. Now, when I was talking about lacrosse kids earlier on, he is one of them as well in net now. He plays up, forward. I don't know the exact positions on lacrosse. I've kind of forgotten over time. But Johnston Watson now ready to make an impact, stopping pucks for the Cold Lake Ice. I think honestly, you got to say it's a classy move by Scott Hood. Matt Henwood's not going for the shutout, so he's had a fantastic game. Get him a little bit rest of the night off due to having played in St. Paul last night. Get the young kid in and get him a chance to play, and it has been an absolutely awesome time here tonight at Imperial Place. My pleasure to bring you this one. This Cold Lake Ice home opener for the 2018-2019 season is presented by Cold Lake Ford. Holnook in the face-off dot. It's going to be won by Brewer, kind of scrambled, but Jake Bartman able to tap it ahead to give him the W. Tyson Coles up ahead, Elijah Lepin into the zone. He goes out and bashes it. Lepin's had an interesting game. He had a couple of noticeable plays in the earlier periods, and then all of a sudden started mixing it up in front. Nothing came of it, however, and that's been my scouting report on Elijah Lepin this game. the Tyson Coles line hasn't seen much time with Brewer on there as well. But it's all fair, as you got to give it to the Buckta line. They have been absolutely dominant. Now Brewer throwing his weight. There comes Gage Warrington. And whoa, if that whistle didn't come down, let me tell you, I think Brewer was about to throw Gage Warrington to the ice. Either which way, it's going to be a penalty to Brewer, and it's going to be a man advantage for the Rangers. Mind you, in a minute 04, the Ice are on the power play. It'll be 56 seconds of power play time at 15:38 of the third period. The math is not as sharp early on in this first game of the year at home. Thankfully, hopefully I don't have to do it too many more times this year. I can hand it over to my crew and they can absolutely rock it from here. I mean, I have to hand it to Carter and Dylan. They have been nothing short of phenomenal tonight. Step in, not a clue how everything works. Well, kind of, sort of, if you know what I mean. They are media trained, but to what extent? And they have come in and shown on my system what they can do. As the ice control on the 4-on-4, it's back, and back is green. It'll be fired into the glove of Johnston Watson. There's the save.
Dylan Brewer, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time for penalty, 16:42.
And you gotta love it. The moms who have seen Johnston Watson grow up playing with their kids all clapping, cheering for the boy making the save in net. Feels weird. It's an absolute weird kind of time to be around this team. I mean, I've got guys that I've gone to war with over the past 2 seasons on this team. However, not a lot of kids from back when I first started this journey. I remember back to my first season, a kid by the name of Bryce Schulteis, who came in as an affiliate, got into a fight in his exhibition game, as here comes Shane Whitney. Almost sneaks that short side. I thought he was going to rip it top shelf, but tried to short side through the pads. Either way, it's back to the point end now. There's Green. He'll fire the puck high and wide. Well, it was tipped off the stick of Buckta. It's, well, 5 more seconds of 4-on-4. The man about to step out of the box for the Rangers. Johnston Watson not paying attention. Not clapping his stick, but he claps it now because the ice control. Puck played, fired wide by Denny Quintel. They are on the power play, are the Cold Lake Ice, after that Vegreville Rangers penalty expires.
All right, fans, this is your last call for 50-50.
And
Last call for 50-50.
excuse me, how about that 50-50 pot? Clearly, somebody tonight is going to take home almost $2,500. I've got a ticket for a good friend of mine, Chad Colburn at Lakeline Connect. Well, Chad, this one's for you, bud. Faceoff. One back, Scott Thackeray in on net. Can't cut through the crease effectively. And it's played there by 2 Vegreville Rangers. Thackeray, the bigger man, comes up with it. He's going to pass it off to Jake Bartman. Bartman across. And there's the shot coming in from Smith. Fired off the pads. No rebound found. And back the other way comes Oleski, pardon me. Like I said, I would do it eventually. And there we go. A big hit. Shot on net. Johnston Watson, the save, leaves the rebound, lets the power play keep flying. It's going to be down the ice off the goaltender Koenig. And now, with Thackeray just ever so slightly greasing in there, curving in. Hey, you know, I'm just saying hello. Koenig covers the puck. 14:48 to go. More importantly, 7 seconds of power play time left for the Cold Lake Ice. And Tanner Barnes is out there to take the face off. Pardon me, hold on. I was way confused, my friends. Cold Lake Ice on the penalty kill. I was right the first time. I double guessed myself. And the puck fired. However, the ice made it look like a power play out there. It's early in the season. My first one all year. I've sat and watched one other Junior B game, an absolute thriller. Actually, the Avery Thunder put the screws to Stettler Lightning down in the HJ last Friday, a 12-2 victory there. And you know what? Second live game of the year. It's going to take some time getting used to. Unfortunately, I'm handing it over the reins to the kids here tonight from Cold Lake High School, but I know it's in good hands the rest of the way home throughout the season. I can't say enough about what these two have done and stepped in. I've said it already once, I've said it twice. I'm good, I'll leave it alone. Tanner Barnes with the power play for Vegreville expired, out there now to take the draw. Everybody getting a chance for the ice now in this 6-1 lead against the Vegreville Rangers. Now here's the thing. Did the Ice go at another goal, a 7th or an 8th or a 9th, as a man goes into the net? That was there, number 17, Joshua Thiel. It was a tough go. And we've got Jared Nickel joining us. Jared, these are your students from your media program coming in and helping me with my equipment. A first in a while. Of course, if we go back through the history of how this all started, I was one of those students way back in the day. Maybe explain how excited you are to get your kids involved in the program again.
Yeah, we're just happy to have our students at Cold Lake High School a part of the team of the hometown boys here, and we're just happy that they can have the experience of what it's like to be part of a media team. So we're thankful for the opportunity.
So I gotta ask you, I haven't asked anyone about the jerseys all night. This is my first time seeing them in person other than last night in St. Paul, but I was visiting so many people. Based off the Tampa Bay Lightning, what do you think of the new threads for the ice?
Yeah, I love it. I would like one of these dark jerseys that just makes that logo pop and it looks sharp, so I'm a big fan.
All right, Jared, we'll let you get back to talking to your kids, making sure all's good. As Connor Landry in there against Gage Warrington. That's been a face-off battle 6-7 times this game. And now in comes the shot from Green, way outside of the blue line. He almost got that on net. Oh man, he's coming tuned to shoot this early in the year. Puck on net, and Connor Landry fires it in to the chest. I don't know really where that hit Koenig, but it hit him in a good enough spot to make the save. So here's this. The Ice put up, right before I talked to Jared Nickel there, my thought was the Ice put up a 3-goal effort last night. They now put up 6. The problem last year was they were not scoring goals off the hop. That's what really frustrated head coach Scott Hood. He said, boys, we got to stop getting the pretty pays and just start firing it on net. Well, guess what? They've done that tonight plenty, and they've got 6 goals, even against a very veteran squad in St. Paul, who I had the pleasure of covering last year as well. Well, guess what? They held their own for as young as this Cold Lake Ice squad has gotten this year. They paced it just as well as St. Paul did. Yes, sure, the bigger men were on the St. Paul side, but Cold Lake held their own last night in a 6-3 loss. Now tonight, 6-goal loss last night, 6-goal victory looking like tonight. Lots of hockey to be played yet. Lead could change. 13:09 to go. Connor Landry, Nathan Duff. Shot over to Jaden Fry, who overextended but couldn't come up with the puck. Green, oh, I thought he was going to wire another one. He's been liking that puck tonight. Puck played up the net, and there is coming along number 11, Devin Rowiga. He fumbles it, but in on net, Rowiga, and it's in the net. It's under the pad of Johnston Watson, and Rowiga on the 3rd chance opportunity gets the puck in. Like I said, the lead can change yet, and it's 6-3 for the Vegreville Rangers. Mitchell Bevo, Elijah Lapine, and Tyson Coles out there to take this face off now for the Cold Lake Ice. Vegreville fires it back. Rowiga with a goal. I believe he did play last year. I haven't checked the stats, but the name sounds familiar unless it was a brother or something. But either way, Rowiga scores the 2nd tally for Vegreville tonight. Now each goalie for Cold Lake's given up 1. That's kind of a weird stat. You don't usually see that in a 6-2 game, but for save, the Ice lead 6-2. Tyson Coles battling it behind the net. It's out in front. Mitchell Bevo back on net. No goal off the crossbar. Holy, you don't see that every day. I'm going to watch the replay as they regather it. Mitchell Bevo back, and oh my, off the tee of the bar and back out. There's Tyler Smith. Smith will go across and play it across to Denny Cantel. This has been a heck of a game. Vegreville makes it ever closer, and we'll see what they can do the rest of the way home. Denny Cantel just hoping to hold steady Eddie for the Cold Lake Ice. Like I said, there's 2 men returning on the blue line who are real studs for the Cold Lake Ice. Jake Bartman and Denny Cantel. Bartman, I believe it was Bartman last night. I'm going to place the blame on him now, but I don't want him to feel at fault. He got blown by, and it led to a goal for St. Paul. However, he's definitely had that rebound game tonight. 3 assists on the first 3 goals of the game. What a night for the defenseman in blue. That time, the puck got past him. It'll go off of Gage Warrington in front, but clip his shoulder high, not towards the net, and flicked out to Mitchell Bebo after a fall from the captain, Colton Buckta. Again, that ice looking to be tricky out there tonight. And there is Ruiga battling the puck. He gets sat down by Bartman. Not really, though. Bartman just nudged him, and Ruiga went to his butt. Now back the other way comes Colton Buckta for the Cold Lake Ice. The boys in blue flying, and they are firing that shot up off the goalie and out of play. I need to slow down on the water. I've cranked through 3 water bottles tonight. I'm always a big fan. I mean, let's go back to St. Paul. An absolute generous show from the St. Paul Canadiens faithful in the playoffs last year, bringing me 4 water bottles for, I believe it was game 5 or 6. No, it would have been game 5. I sent out the tweet, and I think that's my most loved personal tweet in a long while. Now a lot of pushing and shoving. We've got 40 seconds to go. Shane Whitney manhandles his man. And now Denny Cantel's coming in there. You don't see that from him, and oh my. Vegreville is off the rocker now with the Cold Lake Ice throwing them around. Shane Whitney absolutely leveled Isaiah Blanchette, and there's still more coming. Colton Buckta fakes a punch at the back of the head of Koenig. And you know what? 40 seconds to go before the automatic 1-game suspension kicks in for a fight. I would not count that out. We haven't seen a lot of this whole game. Like in Junior B, you'll see it every whistle almost. You'll see the push, the shove. Oh, hey, buddy, how you doing? Right? The nicety-doos. But you know what? This game's been odd. We've seen it. It disappears for 5 minutes, comes back. Well, guess what? It's here now. 40 seconds to go. The time's right. If you're going, you go. If not, leave it alone. And let's go on to the next one next week. After all, emotions do run high. We know it. And Colton Buckta and Gage Warrington talk it over in front of the penalty boxes. Mason Stabler out there. You've got Green, you've got Bartman. Veg on the ice have Oleski, Field, Mackay, and number 15, Eric Powley. They didn't come with a big bench. They've got a man in the box, man near center ice, and a total of 6 guys on the bench. So 13, 14 kids in the lineup tonight for Vegreville. Thankfully, it's early in the season and the legs keep going, or this game could probably be way worse. Shane Whitney makes an around-the-glass catch on that towel. You missed that off screen, that's all right. As Jake Bartman lines up, it's going to be a 2-minute minor to Shane Whitney. I think he picked up a double minor for roughing, and number 22 of the Vegreville Rangers, Isaiah Blanchette, picked up only a 2 for throwing the punch as he went down. Gage Warrington behind the ice net. He'll work it, and there's Brady Dunn. I wanted to call him Brody, don't know why. We're back to Polnick. Polnick down to Gage Warrington. He's got Ruiga out in front. Ruiga looking for a second straight goal, but Bartman just barges his way through 5 guys, fires it down the ice, and forces Koenig to come out of his net. The ice work it, but Gage Warrington there to receive that puck. They worked the man throwing it around the other way, but had no one there, as they're playing kind of a trap game now, holding this power play pretty stale. Mackay shoots it in. That's never what you want to do on a power play when you're trying to dump and chase, is come with no pressure, and that's what Vegreville didn't. But Mackay now with the puck in the net, and Brady Dunn just not with his stick on the ice. Not there to receive that deflected puck. Now he tips it away from Bartman, and he'll take Bartman into the boards. This game becoming a stalemate on this power play, but that is exactly what the Cold Lake Ice want. You think boring hockey's bad, but when you're leading 6-2 and you're trying to preserve yourself, well, it's not necessarily a bad thing like I'm trying to think you think it is. Logic it out with me, right? Mackay behind his own net. Now back. and across to his partner. Connor Landry stops there on the puck play by Powley. Across to number 18 for the Vegreville Rangers, Zabrick. Zabrick plays it to Powley. Powley up the middle, right there to Gage Warrington. That's a penalty kill flaw right there, that pass up the middle sometimes, and in comes Thiel. Thiel across to Oleski. Oleski battles it there with Smith, and one out by Gage Warrington. No, fired down by Tyler Smith. Pardon me, power play finished for the Vegreville Rangers. Trying to conserve as much water as I can, so trying to conserve my voice. Until I haven't gotten into this line of work, I haven't talked as much as I have. Kind of quiet times down in Airdrie, sit there, pick orders at work, and get the job done, and then go home, stay up to date on Dolany TV, and get going. That's what I'm doing. Well, what are you doing? You're watching hockey tonight on Cold Lake Ice TV, presented by Cold Lake Ford, this home opener. Mackay shoots it in. Glove save, absolute beauty by Johnson Watson. However, it wasn't going on net. Jesse Simpson, he's got the puck. He'll bobble it, and down to the ice he goes. That's been a fault for the Cold Lake Ice all game. They've thought way too much about the puck. Not on the power play, but 5-on-5. And then suddenly down to the ice, one of the guys go, and it leads to a chance for the Vegreville Rangers. Tough go. But you know what? It's a simple coaching fix. They'll practice it. They'll say, hold on to the puck. Skate in a circle so many times, see how long you can hold on before you go down. Okay, now you know. Now move the puck next time. And it's that simple for the Cold Lake Ice. As now here comes Colton Buckta against number 19, Polnick. He wins it back, does Buckta, now to Bartman. Bartman up the ice. We got 7:48 to go in this third period. Shot down the ice, Jaden Fry. Across to Nathan Duff. Duff will go and battle it to Buckta. Now, younger kids getting a shot with the captain. Scott Hood mixing it up early in the season, trying to get some chemistry between all lines and all players. Good move by the veteran head coach of the Cold Lake Ice. Bartman fires it, easy save. Duff, a little bit of a stick check to Mackay, showing him, hey, I don't appreciate you throwing me around. It's been a good game, 100%. 7:23 to go. I'm just having to take a little bit of a break. You gotta call the media timeout at some point. We haven't had that yet because of power plays and such not. I imagine we'll have around the 6:50 mark, as they like to do it a little bit later in games in the NEAJBHL in the third period. So here we go. Puck played around, and there's the puck across ice, and Oleski has it. Oleski fires the puck wide of the net. Now to number 17, Joshua Thiel. He turns it over. 17 for Cold Lake. Nathan Duff fires it out. And now Jake Bartman carries it up. Bartman across, and he will almost lose that puck, but carry it in. Fire crossed, and there is Oleski to pick up the puck once again. He's hammered there. That was a big hit. And the Ice are kind of throwing their physical dominance out there. Mackay's throwing a couple big hits for Veg, but nobody really else. And off the chest of Dustin Johnston Watson, making that big save for the Ice. 6-2, the score remains with 6:20 to go. Man, you'd think after, 6 months, my voice wouldn't be this out of shape, but how is it ever? My apologies for the performance tonight.
All right, fans, take out your 50-50
And here comes the 50-50 ticket. Let's check it.
We'll be taking home
Tonight's winner is taking home $2,483.
You have ticket
AC 58. Oh, Chatty, you didn't win, bud. I'm sorry to apologize.
515. Bring that ticket on up to the media booth to claim your prize.
So, if you ever think, is it worth my time to go to a Cold Lake Ice game? First, you get treated to first-rate Junior B hockey in an arena built for kings. Absolutely a beautiful facility. The new lounge adds a phenomenal dimension to this rink. Everything else still first class from when it was built all those years ago in 2012, I believe, is when it opened. So yes, sir, it's been now 6 seasons ongoing in this building. from when I first got involved. Wow, time flies. The ice pressure down low. Up the boards, Denny Cantel. He fires a shot. Mitchell Bebo in his skates has it taken away by Zabrick. Zabrick carries across the blue line. He'll fire it in. Nope. Blocked. And Rowiga there with the puck. He'll fire it off of Zabrick. And now up comes Tyler Smith looking for a big play, but he can't get it through. Changing is Brewer, but now he turns back and now goes for the change as Denny Cantel carries ahead. 5:22 to go. Cantel fires the shot. Goal! Oh, what an absolute rocket! You see that move in video games, folks, but that, yes, sir, you saw that in real life. What a blister shot by Denny Cantel, who now picks up 2 points tonight, and the kid is hot. You know what? It's been a performance by everybody, but the defensemen, the veteran defensemen of the Cold Lake Ice, Cantel and Bartman, have really stepped up this game and gotten it done. What you missed off camera is the little exchange between Bartman and Cantel. They just hugged and they said, "Good job, boys, we're doing it right." And now the puck back for Vegreville. Gage Warrington will carry it, and I will take a little bit of a breather with the last 5 minutes to go in this one, as it's all but assured victory now for the looks of the Cold Lake Ice. Unless catastrophe strikes, it's 7-2. McCormick checked ahead, and now there is Zabrick for Vegreville. Across and played to Mackay.
7 goals scored unassisted by number 4, Denny.
And hold on, Devin McCormick takes exception to Logan Mackay, but nothing comes of it. The ref's quick to break it up. And Denny Cantel's marker is unassisted. Beauty, absolute beauty. Ripped that top shelf on the slapper from the slot, from the dot. Wow, buddy, that's a good one. So, Colton Buckdale to watch it. He'll come discuss things. He's asking the ref, what are we going to get away with the rest of the game? What's the other team going to be allowed to do to us? Why did that play happen? Can we just make sure this one stays clean and we finish 4:48 without anything too major? Worst case scenario in the last 5 minutes of any Junior B game is something that gets out of hand. Not necessarily a fight, like that's what I'm trying to get to. This isn't a fight-driven league anymore. This is a stick gets up in the face, somebody trips somebody in a misguided fashion, right? Like that kind of stuff. The stuff you see in the NHL is the stuff you're seeing in this Junior B league now. Colton Buckdale to take the face-off against Gage Warrington. He'll win that one back, and now Bartman the rip shot off a stick or a skate, and it's to Shane Whitney, who's been lethal tonight. Cross crease to Stabler. He can't fire that puck. Stabler, he'll play in the corner against Warrington, who's wearing that A proudly for Vegreville. He's dealt with the refs all night long, and it's been a long night for both clubs with the penalty department. Not as much penalties as you would expect, but however, they've still had to chat a fair amount. Jake Bartman, he'll come there, top of the point, down to Buckta, and here we go, the shot on net, and there it is, the goal by Buckta. Yes, sir, Colton Buckta gets it done. I believe that's a hat trick. I have not been keeping score. A good effort by Colton Buckta on the third chance opportunity, gets it 8-2. So it's a double minor for high sticking. To Logan Mackay, I do believe that was the penalty. That's what created the McCormick skirmish. And the Cold Lake Ice lead 8-2. I said 9. Can 9 happen? I'd like to see it. A little bit of a dance, a little bit of a shuffle. Keep the body loose as Connor Landry goes up the dot to Devin Orliga. They're chatting. They're having a good one. Let's see what they're talking about. Maybe a little bit of something. Old pals catching up. Hey, how you doing? You're losing 8-2. Next time you want to come here, maybe you give us a little bit of a battle. Maybe Connor Landry's thinking, but I think they're just gentlemen's chat. You know what? Let's get this done. Like I said, nothing more. High sticking double minor, scary enough. Wash it. It's over. or whatever. I don't know. Maybe the league is saying, hey, I'm going to plot another. You never know what these guys are thinking down there. A hockey player goes on the flip of a dime sometimes. And it's been a good time to watch it live for 7 years in this barn. Played there by Zabrik. Zabrik will go to his man and fire it down. Denny Cantel keeps it in. Cantel will go across, and what's he going to do? He'll fire a shot. Okay. Jaden Fry into the corner to pick it up there. Fry will work it, and Cantel, there's the blast. He rips it. Big save.
Goal of the evening.
By
goal scored by number 10, Colton Bukta.
Number 10, misannounced. Jason, you're doing an excellent job. It's early in the season. It's number 11. And how about that? Colton Bukta gets the goal.
4:07.
And Jake Bartman, you heard there, picks up his 4th assist of the game. Honestly, he's been solid defensively. He's been an absolute thrill offensively. My first star, 100%. We'll find out when the 3 stars are presented at the end of the game. Either way, Denny Cantel works it back. Cantel across to Green. Green with the shot. Blocked there, and Cantel knocks it down but doesn't keep it in. 3:23 to go in a minute 16 in the power play for the Cold Lake Ice. Heath Green, Olitz to Fry. Fry tips it ahead and tries to double tip. So he tipped it up and then tipped it through, but couldn't get it through 3 guys. Cantel picks it up. He'll go through his zone and up the ice to Nathan Duff. Duff, oh, he had it come off his stick, and it's fired down by the Vegreville Rangers. 50 seconds to go in this ice power play, and they'll work it out. Heath Green up. He'll come on through center and flip it. There you go. That's how you get it through 2 guys. But again, the Cold Lake guys can't come up with it. In Vegreville, I don't know what's going on with their sticks tonight, but in Junior B, you don't see them snap that often. 2 tonight for the Vegreville Rangers. Puck fired down, and Denny Cantel kept that one in. There's another cannon incoming shot. Save by Koenig.
Correction on that last goal, scored by number 10, Shane Whitney.
Okay, so it wasn't a number mix-up. They're crediting Shane Whitney with the goal. Jake Bartman still keeps the assist, and Shane Whitney has another one tonight. So scratch that. Colton Bukta hat trick? I don't think so. Shane Whitney, 2 goals, probably. So next week against the Lloyd Bandits here in Cold Lake, you don't want to miss it. I will be missing that one, unfortunately, but however, big save by Koenig. Okay, you want to save that for last. That's not a bad move. That was a huge windmill and a beauty by Koenig. Lloydminster Bandits here at Imperial Place next weekend. Look out for social media advertisements. Look out for everything on the Cold Lake Ice Facebook page. You don't want to miss it because it's going to be good. Swindraws, Brewer, Lapine, and looks like Mitchell Bevo out there. Usually it's Tyson Coles on this line so far this game, but either way, it's all good. As 2:18 remains on the clock, it's down to Dustin Johnston Watson. See, I had Tyson Coles on the brain, I guess. Jake Bartman working it up. He'll go through the neutral to Brewer. Brewer comes in, fires the shot. Another windmill save by Koenig.
All right, fans, we're down to the last 2 minutes of the game tonight.
Young Brewer,
he's
had a good game. Not playing a lot of ice time, but he's been good.
Hear people scream at him.
The rally towels are going in Cold Lake tonight. Good fan base for this home opener. Next Saturday against Lloyd. Return here. Scream and shout. Watch the boys in blue take on the boys in red. I believe Lloydminster wears their red jerseys on the road. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but they are slick. Let me tell you, just about as slick as these ice threads this season. Absolutely shocked when I seen them in St. Paul last year. St. Paul had to wear their whites with no notice. It was unreal. And then I again seen it this past game yesterday because St. Paul were wearing their whites and the boys were wearing their blues. Man. This one a good one, 8-2. I've talked a lot, and that has not been a bad thing because I think there's been a lot to talk about in the home opener for the 2018-2019 season presented by Cold Lake Ford. Then he can tell the shot, huge save, tried to windmill it again, did Koenig, and he almost let that one in on a 3rd or 4th chance. Mitchell Bevo throws the body, and now it's up to Jesse Simpson. Simpson, I have not seen him out there in a while, but now he's out there. Of course, there was power play time, there was penalty kill time. You know what, some guys just don't see ice during the special teams. Big shove on Mitchell Bevo. And down the ice, the puck goes to Dustin Johnston Watson. 18 seconds to go before the final minute. Jesse Simpson thinking about it. There's the move you need to do. Don't overthink it. Make your move. Get it done. Get it gone. And Tanner Barnes is the man who will do that up the ice to Scott Thackeray. Thackeray across the blue line. He's in along the near side boards. He'll flip it. And down behind the net is Tanner Barnes. Barnes can't control it there. Final minute. We're with 53 seconds to go. Devin McCormick got handled. Denny Candela, another shot, another rebound. Man, Coning's glove just seems to have gone on him. He's looking at it like, why are you doing this to me? Why now? You've already let in 8 goals while you were working fine, and now you're doing this? Come on, man. And that's a goalie for you. A little double think everything and try to find something to blame. And Konig, well, it's his glove right now, and that's fair enough. It's been troublesome. Connor Landry starting the attack, 22 seconds to go for the Cold Lake Ice. Nathan Duff, it's Jesse Simpson taking that wide shot, 16 seconds to go in this one. And, well, it's across and around to Connor Landry. Up the boards to Nathan Duff. Duff will play the puck. He'll fire a shot last second, 2 seconds to go on the power play. So there you go. That's your thoughts. And I'm hearing that local legend Curtis Hargrove has won a 50-50 pot. He won the one last year and he's won another one tonight possibly. We'll wait confirmation. I'll get that to you tomorrow, but either which way, there you go. Possible 50-50 winner for this one. Now Connor Landry against Logan Mackay in the face-off dot. All right, you know what? Everybody's got to practice once in a while, that's for sure. And they're just making sure that Mackay and Landry don't go at each other. And yeah, Landry walks away, doesn't want any part of it. And that's your game, 8-2. Dustin Johnson Watson lets in one. And so does Matt Henwood. Goaltending solid tonight for Cold Lake after giving up 6 last night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure to bring this one to you. Live on Cold Lake Ice TV. A huge shout out to Carter and Dylan. I'm going to mute my mic a second here and take a phone call.